Meth, he said, but like I don't get it if he makes you sleepy, so I don't know. Mm. I gotta change. Hold up.
Yeah, I sold a lot of shit yesterday. Also, I was talking to Fanny about this yesterday, but like I said, I'm 100%. I already sold my car. I sold my tier 3. I sold my tier 2. I sold all my jewelry. We sold all the dirty money we had. We gave it to Fanny. We didn't even ask her for money. We were just like, keep it easy towards the house.
Yeah.
I got an offer on the house, so I'm willing to go through and sell the house. But like, I don't know if we're still going through with it or not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've always been all in on it, but the thing is, I don't know about Forehead. I don't think he's convinced, and to be honest, I think he makes excuses not to go through with it. I think the moment he heard that Marty wasn't joining, I think he's trying to find a way out of it. That's just me, but
I mean, at the meeting at the Windermere Park, right? He
no.
said Marty's not down and he's not gonna join.
Yeah, but then he
But
brought
he
up
said he was
AK.
still down.
Yo.
Yeah,
Then he
and
said
then
if
from what
AK's
I
not
heard,
joining, then he's not going to go through with it. But what's next?
yeah, but from what I heard from him and Fanny, they both said like he wasn't necessarily. He didn't say no, but he didn't say yes. But he was open to the idea and he was down to talk about it more. So that's honestly pretty good, no?
No, it's good from AK, but I just don't know if like, I think everybody else is committed to it. I'm just hesitant on Forehead. I don't know if he's 100% in on it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm not trying to like shit on him or
Obviously,
turn my back on him, but if we're going to go in on it, everybody needs to be fully committed to it.
I agree.
And I think, I don't know, just the way it seemed is when Marty wasn't coming, he didn't seem like he was too interested in it.
Well,
But I
I
could be
remember
wrong.
after the thing where you threatened Dickhead, him and Dickhead called me up to a meeting up in Sandy Shores, and we talked about it. And then later we had a meeting where it was like me, Peter, Fanny, Julian, like by Julian's property. I don't know if you heard about it. And apparently they was waiting to talk to you about the whole situation. I know y'all talked yesterday. Like, how did that shit go?
I mean, I think it would have been different if AK wasn't there, but it went pretty good.
Why? What would have changed if AK wasn't there?
It would have just been like it was before, arguing with him. I don't see how people don't see it as a problem. Like, yeah, I said I was gonna shoot Dickhead, and I fucking would have. I'm not gonna deny it. When you have an argument with somebody, and then 10 minutes for like 2 hours, then you go up to the one thing you were arguing over, and then call the person on the phone you were arguing with and rub it in their face. You don't. I don't know. I see that as disrespectful.
Nah, I agree. And again, both sides did like things wrong. But again, you I see where the thing that you did wrong wouldn't happen if what they did wrong first didn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely see both sides.
Yeah.
But again, I do agree it was a little far to say you're gonna kill his brother, and rob him. But again, I see why you did what you did, and he shouldn't have called you on that type of time and said that to Fanny and started like rubbing it in. But again, like another thing is, Jaeger and what he's done for us, and I have a lot of respect for him, and I'm
But
really cool with him.
when you lay it out like that, and everybody always says this, but what has Jaeger done?
I mean, Forehead said like a couple months ago when not many guns
He gave us
were
a PD gun to
around.
borrow.
Yeah,
Okay, before that.
I mean, I guess like back in the day, he used to do a lot of shit for us.
He gave us RPGs, bombs, guns, whatever. But what?
Yeah,
When we go to jail for fucking 30 years, that means nothing? I consider my debt paid.
I mean, I don't really consider it. I mean, me personally, I didn't go to jail because I wasn't really there for that. But I mean, I don't really consider it. For you, you can, but I didn't consider any of that shit. Like again, I can't speak for you or anybody else because I wasn't in that situation. But I mean, I see where you're coming from. But you got to admit, Jaeger is a very valuable relationship to have, a good asset, and a good person to know because he's very, very well connected and just you'd rather be on his good side than bad side. No.
I mean, I'm already on his bad side.
Yeah, but since you're like kind of with me and Forehead, you're on his good side though, because he wouldn't do anything to you, and anything you just benefit because we're cool with him. And again, like, you got to realize you might not be on his good side, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't necessarily mean you can't benefit from having a relationship with him. And I agreed with Fanny about how she wanted to, use the money that you guys were gonna tax him to do the run for the house. And I was like, all right, that's understandable. But Forehead's thing was like, all right, well, I told him we don't want the tax. He was just gonna give us mags, and I
Okay,
also see that point too.
but okay, think about this, right? Jorn gave us 150K of his own money,
Well, that's what I'm about to sell to right now.
and he gave us 150K. So how much does Jaeger have?
But he was gonna clean like 400,000 through Forehead.
Okay, so what's 15% of 400,000?
That's like something like 30, 40. $60,000.
So you think 2 mags are worth $60,000?
No, but again,
You see what I'm
I
saying?
see. I see what you're saying, but again, to Forehead's point, it's not really necessarily about the money. It's more about the relationship and connect to Jaeger.
No, I get
Because
that.
you see, and I feel like I agree with you. I'm down to rob and do this shit to most people, but there's some people where you just like, you need to know them and have a good relationship. And yeah, I feel like Jaeger is, in my opinion, just for me personally, the only one in the city. I know there might be others you think, but just for me personally, if it was up to me, that'd be the only relationship that I keep in the city. Everybody else, go fuck them. Trust me, I want it to be like back in the day where we didn't have to rile on nobody or said fuck to everybody and like ran shit how we wanted it to, right? I'm with you on that. I just felt like, for me personally, again, I'm just speaking for me. I feel like Jaeger's one of the exceptions where you definitely need a good relationship with him because he's very valuable to have as a friend or an asset, and just overall, like, just to know. You might see it different. You said your relationship with him isn't the best. So at the end of the day, I feel like we should all talk about these things and be on the same page, like we said at the meeting.
I mean, I told
Get an
Forehead.
understanding from everybody.
Once he said not to rob Jaeger, I said I won't rob Jaeger, but I'll rob his people. And this is another thing what people keep getting misunderstood, which he brought up at the fucking meeting. I'm not gonna go stand at the money spot and tax people. I'm not gonna go actively fucking 24/7 hunt people down. But what he seems to not realize is, you know how much I made doing money runs one day the other day?
Probably a
The
lot, bro. You're making
150,000.
I was gonna say you do make 21,000 every fucking run. Probably a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I made 150. Yeah, about 150,000 from one day. And all these people that CG have been robbing have pretty much been coming to us to sell to us because they know we're not going to get robbed.
That's good, bro. Like, that's one of the best business to fucking have right now. You're making crazy money, and I feel like everybody should respect that, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,